So this is part three. I was just finishing off talking about Kurt Angle, who outperformed Triple H on the mic, and you know, was far more charismatic and far more interesting, and came out of that feud, obviously the bigger talent, because he went on to take the championship and have a championship run right after that. And considering, how Triple H is, and McMahon, considering that, McMahon obviously saw that Kurt Angle was the better man for it, to let him come out and win the championship, and go on a little run. So we have after this, Triple H was a great heel. Okay. So I'm just going to put that aside. Triple H was a good heel. Not one of the best of all time. He may be in the top 25 along the lower end of the best heels of all time. Like 23. He's nowhere near Ric Flair. He's nowhere near Kurt Angle, as I said. He's nowhere near Corporate Rock. The Rock, as a heel, was just absolutely far more impressive and far more must-see TV. He got the kind of heat you want, the kind of heat where it's like, I can't change the channel, I have to watch this. Triple H didn't get that kind of heat. But, so he is a good heel, there's no doubt about it. Now here comes the second one that I want to deal with. There is a bit more after, but I didn't watch WWE as much, but I certainly have seen clips, and he's remained the same, consistent. He does those good, intense, promos, and he also has a bit of humor sometimes. He can be funny, so there's no doubt about it. He is a talented guy. His unfortunate problem is that he was in a time of wrestling where he was faced with geniuses, absolute geniuses, probably some of the best the industry has ever seen. He also had mid-carders who, there were mid-carders who were really entertaining, I personally, if you go back and look at it, find Crash Holly more entertaining than Triple H at that time. He was a good character with his hardcore issues and whatever. Rob Van Dam, much better than Triple H, again, really great character. So there were mid-carders all during that period where, from 97 to 2001 to where I was watching it a bit more consistently, that were far more compelling than Triple H, and far more must-see TV than Triple H. So let's get past that. Now, we're going to go on to his in-ring ability. Now, here's one that really puzzles me. Apparently, he is a good wrestler. The Rock is an average wrestler. Stone Cold is an average wrestler, but Triple H is a good wrestler. Where does this come from? Where do people get this idea from? This is worse than the charisma thing. He's actually fairly charismatic on the mic. But where the fuck does this wrestler thing come from? He puts on good matches. He's put on maybe a few good matches. The Mick Foley matches, which was Mick Foley doing his hardcore shit, which was great. Any hardcore match Triple H gets in, it's pretty good. But it's not as good as a hardcore match of... sorry to bring up Kurt Angle again, I'll try and make this the last time. The hardcore matches of Kurt Angle were much better, much more athletic. Jericho, much better, much more athletic. The Dudley Boys, you do a hardcore match with them, fucking brilliant. Hardcore matches with Triple H were good, but the best one was with Mankind, and Mankind's the king of hardcore, so of course it was going to be good. So what other matches are there that Triple H has really performed in? I just don't really see it. He had the Rock ones which were emotional, yeah, but that was because I was invested in the Rock. It's not the Rock is actually, yeah, he is at least at that time he was a bit more. He was much better in 97, 98 when he was trying to find himself. So he did a lot more different moves, variety of moves, and was a lot slicker. But he was never, you know, like, oh well, the wrestler's wrestler. His thing was his charisma. And you know, so the matches between him and Triple H, they were okay. Stone Cold and Triple H, brawling matches, okay, nothing special. You know, again, sorry, like RVD in hardcore matches. I mean, and RVD was very charismatic, a guy who's actually, I think, underrated on the mic, but underrated that it's his fault because he thought he was bad on the mic, but actually I liked his whole chilled out kind of thing. It was kind of refreshing and different. Again, you know, so you have these matches that I don't know where this thing comes from. He's not a good technical wrestler. He has about 5 moves. He has his little punches, like pretending to be hardcore punches that he does on the floor. He often gets his little hammer out or does some cheating thing, which makes the match a little bit more interesting. You know, because he's brought out a hammer or whatever. But apart from that, we've got the knee lift, which is not a technical move, the kind of running knee. We've got the face buster, again, not a very technical move. We've got what comes before the pedigree? I can't even think of anything else. There's like the pedigree after that. I mean, I really can't. He's got like some clotheslines. He throws people into stuff a lot, like the stairs and stuff like that. He gets chairs a lot, but he doesn't do anything that is athletically worthy of calling him a good technical wrestler. He never comes off the ropes. He never does anything. I mean, comparing to The Undertaker, another big guy like him, The Undertaker has loads of moves, loads of different ways of taking you out. And his classic moves are a bit more technical as well. So, yeah, I don't get it. I mean, he doesn't even have... Does he have a submission move? He has a lot of rest holds, but does he have a submission move? Like a real submission move? I mean, even The Rock's doing more technical moves than him with the sharpshooter. Where is this, like, he's a great wrestler coming from? I really want some answers from Triple H fans, because I just don't understand. So I'm going to finish this video. I think I've discredited, as far as I'm concerned, the fact that he was one of the greatest heels. Because in the big boom time of wrestling, the Attitude Era, which he is claiming to be one of the greatest superstars, when all eyes was on WWE, he was not. He was not one of the most entertaining guys. And everything I've seen since then, in between, okay, I haven't watched every single Raw or whatever in between until now, he has not shown me anything to change that opinion of him as, you know, the least talented, a talented guy, but the least talented of an immense talent, i.e. Mankind, Rock, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, Jericho. The technical wrestling side of it was Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, all better than Triple H. And then the next side is the matches. I don't know when these good matches. Please send me anything to prove that he's had these great matches, because I haven't seen them. And you know, any moves that he does apart from the moves that I've suggested. And last but not least, so just to go full circle back to the Brock Lesnar thing. I just think it's a bit pathetic. I mean, like, he's literally just paid a guy to job for him, and I know Brock Lesnar's going to lose at the Wrestlemania, and it's going to make Rock look bad, because obviously Rock lost clean to Brock Lesnar. He did a job for him. He was the new talent, and The Rock graciously let him win. You know, to show that he was the next big thing. And now on the same night, The Rock is going to lose the WWF Championship. Obviously, Triple H is going to beat the guy who beat The Rock, so it's going to make him look amazing. And people are going to fall for it. They're going to buy it. I don't understand why. 70-time champion, great.